Hey guys, welcome back. Good to see you. Got some more VHS for you guys today. So let's get into it. First off, I don't know, Mr. Mom. This is an original Vestron though, so I had to grab it, of course. Kind of a washed out copy there, as you can see, but on the cover. But yeah, this was kind of a good one. If you're a Michael Keaton fan, it's definitely worth a look. But it was really cool to find because of the Vestron. I've got a whole stack of Vestrons up there, which I've gone over in another video. But, you know, whenever I see a Vestron tape, I'll pick it up. But not one of the titles that they were known for, of course, back in the day. But this thing's, yeah. But a nice label as well. Look at that. Man, if that doesn't give you chills, I'll tell you. Look at that. Mr. Mom. Very cool. Man, that's old. Okay, next up. It's a good movie. Wedding Singer. It was a more modern, if you will, film, of course. This was, what, 98, 99, somewhere in there? 98. So, yeah. Figured I'd pick it up. Why not? I have a few other Sandlers on VHS, but this is a great one. It actually really... I'm saying it was good, but it's actually great. It's a lot of fun. I always like this, and I really like Night of the Roxbury. Of course, doesn't have Adam Sandler in it, but just another one that I kind of remember from that time. It's just so great. Fantastic. With Will Ferrell, of course. And Chris Kattan. Alright, next up here, we have... Yeah. What can you say? I remember watching these a long time ago. And just kind of saw it sitting there. I'm like, I'll throw it into the collection. See what happens. Command Performance. Okay. But definitely an old tape. 1986. Kind of a cool one. I know there's collectors out there of this stuff. Yeah, I don't have any others, so I figured I'll throw this one in the collection. Alright. Now, one of my favorite TV shows of all time, guys. And, you know, here's an interesting story. First, okay, let's get this out of the way. Emergency with Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto. Do you guys remember this? I mean, it was really good. Bobby Troop, Julie London, Robert Fuller. Oh my God, it was just a great TV show. This is like early 70s. Of course, I watched it, much later than that when I stumbled upon it. But it's this is like somebody was buying these through Columbia House. But the interesting thing is, just before DVD kind of came out and was popular, well, maybe around that same time, like 96, 98, I mean, I wanted to see all these episodes, and you could not find them anywhere. Obviously, this was released in 98. I've got 3 of them here, collector's editions. But, back in the day, those message boards and what would you call that stuff? Like news groups or whatever. You guys remember the news groups? And I stumbled across a guy, TV shows, blah blah blah. So we started trading tapes. And he had a bunch of these recorded, I guess, from TV, or maybe were they from TV? I wish I'd have kept those tapes. Yeah, they would have been from TV. And I think these were just kind of coming out, and I knew they were expensive, but this guy had all of them recorded on tape. And so we just mailed tapes back and forth. I'd bring home like screeners from the video store, and I'd like record stuff and trade, and we would just send stuff back and forth across the country via mail. This is before Netflix was sending out DVDs and stuff. So I always remember that. And I traded for all kinds of crazy stuff, a lot of trauma stuff back in the day, Sergeant Kabuki Man and stuff that was a little harder to find. And then I'd make a copy, and I'd send it to this guy, and he would send it back, and send me something else back. But yeah, this was my way of actually seeing this show back then, because it wasn't even on like these rerun TV shows, channels or anything. So anyway, there's 6 episodes here, 2 per tape, and yeah. Now, of course, I do have the entire collection on DVD, which is really great. All the seasons and stuff, and it's really good. If you guys haven't seen any of these shows, really well done action scenes. Like this was like real, they'd be like real high flying adventure stuff. They'd be up like on these giant, like say like an oil derrick or somewhere out in the country, or like on the top of a building, and they would be doing these rescues. It was like an hour, drama, if you will. But they would be doing these rescues, and these guys were actually up there. These actors were actually up there doing these rescues, and just the way it was shot and everything, it was pretty precarious. A lot of them, like, man, these guys are like really up there. None of this CGI stuff. This is, and green screen. This was real. But really cool rescues they would do. Their station, and just a really cool, thing. They go out on a rescue and then they come back and they kind of banter and have a little, discussions around the table while they're eating dinner, and then the next they go out on another call and stuff like that. KMG 365, definitely good. If you haven't checked out Emergency, try to track it, watch a couple episodes somewhere. Really, really cool. Definitely cool to find those. I can't believe anybody would even have those tapes, because you would have had to have gone to quite a bit of trouble to get that. So yeah, definitely a cool find. Then another one. This is one of my favorite movies, guys. Probably a lot of guys don't even know about this one. Just a great picture, 1990. Coupe de Ville. Heartwarming. Ah, crap. Somebody's at my door, guys. Hang tight. Sorry about that, guys. Had to grab the door. Amazon was here. My 6-year-old daughter broke her leg last week, so that was exciting. So yeah, I just waited for a few things to be delivered and stuff like that regarding that scenario. But I also included in that delivery, since just grabbed this now, figure I might as well open it up, is I picked this up. This was like $10, guys. The Critters 4-film collection. Now I picked up the other Critters 4-film collection, and it's the exact, that's a slipcover. It's the exact, so it's good timing that the guy came to the door, because now we can look at this. It's the exact same one of these, but if you don't get it with a slipcover, guys, you might get screwed. This one here, now it has all 4 discs, but they're stacked on top of each other. But if you get the other one, it's exactly the same. It's just they basically re-released this exact 4-film favorites collection. But these are all pressed on, their own discs. Fantastic. Where the other one is a 2-disc set, I think. Yeah, it was 2-disc set. 2 per disc, obviously. And the quality's crappy. I actually got it, popped it in. I'm like, this is terrible. This isn't what I had ordered. Because I knew this was the one that came with 4 actual discs, inside. Each one has its own disc. So, if you can, try to find the one with the slipcase. And for $10, I think it was the last one there. It took forever to get it to me. But great series, great movies. The little sort of short film series, not short film, but it's like a TV series, 14-minute episodes on Shudder is really cool as well. But yeah, there you go, guys. All 4 on one, one on each disc. They're stacked, kind of like the Cobra Kai release, right, where they're all stacked together. But that's okay. They're separate discs per movie, so very cool. If you can, grab that one. 4-film collection. Good stuff. Now, next up, equally as important as Critters, of course, is K-Lens, Grey Evigan, and Strip to Kill, guys. This is, again, I picked this up really cheap. I had kind of like a bootleg copy, we'll call it, of this. But I never actually kind of splurged on it and picked it up. But, man, I like this. One of the greats, gritty exploitation kind of stuff. If you like Streetwalking and Angel and Angel in Red, even Streets. What else? Oh yeah, what else we got? Intent to Kill with Tracy Lords, Ice, Time to Die. Oh my God. Yeah, so I have a lot of that kind of stuff, and but this is one of the better ones for sure. Naked Vengeance too, one of my favorites. Whoo, it's got an alley cat too. Jesus. So anyway. If you haven't seen this, pick it up, guys. Strip to Kill. It's fantastic. I mean, man, if you like that kind of sleaze and strippers and, prostitutes getting shot and killed and a criminal on the loose and the cops trying to get this guy and a sleazy kind of Los Angeles scene, and stuff like that. Definitely great, guys. Definitely really, really good. Check that one out. All right. Perfect. Now, next up. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Sorry. Okay, yeah, we were actually talking about this. Coupe de Ville, 1990. One of my favorites, guys. I really, really like this one. Alan Arkin, Patrick Dempsey, Daniel Stern. A comedy for everyone who's ever struggled to love a brother or strangle one. And I did actually pick this up on a Warner Brothers Archives DVD as well. Sometimes it's hit or miss with those, because I've got Lost Angels, the one with Ad Rock, Adam Horovitz in it, which I really like, and Amy Locane. They released that on Warner Archives, and it's to get it widescreen, because it was a full screen pan and scan kind of deal. They zoomed in and cropped it. And so when I put it in, I said, this is garbage. Like, I'll just keep my VHS, and I think I made a copy of it on DVD from my VHS somehow. What did I do that? No, I can't even remember. Or maybe I just have, no, I did. Somehow I did that, but way back when. I still have that DVD. But anyway, the pan and scan, they matted it to this like widescreen thing. Warner Archives, terrible. But Coupe de Ville, they did a great job. Looks really good. So, if you get a chance to pick that up, I would. Or if you see the tape, or, if you can find it somewhere, watch it. Great show, though. Really, really good. It's about these three brothers who kind of come together and are told they have to go pick up their dad's old Cadillac. Their dad tells them, you got to go pick up this old car and bring it back across country. So, as they're going through this cross-country journey, they kind of come together and become friends again. And, it's just kind of like a heartwarming story that way. Really funny, too, though. A lot of comedy in there. Because these three brothers are complete opposites. And so it's an interesting journey, and at the end it kind of all comes together. Really, really good. Like, I'll watch this probably once a year still. I love it. A really, really good flick. Directed by Joe Roth. So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, Coupe de Ville, guys. Next up, one of my all-time favorite movies. This is a good stack. I have this, of course, in a few different versions. And that is Fletch. One of the greats. Just great comedy. Great, kind of, it's got some thriller elements to it. The Gregory MacDonald novel is really good. I've read all the Gregory MacDonald Fletch books. They're really good. But, yeah. Always really enjoyed Fletch. Fletch Lives is pretty good too, but this is a really, really solid flick. I mean, if anybody hasn't seen Fletch, I appeal to you, go watch this movie. It's fantastic. If you don't like Chevy Chase, you probably won't enjoy it, but I mean, he's terrific. And this is one of the all-time greats. And I know that they actually released, oh God, I picked this up. Now, of course, I have this VHS. I've got a few different copies, but they released this faux VHS last year. What is it? Universal. Same Blu-ray. They keep reissuing this. I'd like to see the treatment, some kind of special treatment on this movie. And I'd pay big bucks for it because, man, I want more than just the same old retread, just charge it to the Underhills making and remembering Fletch stuff. And from John Cocktoaston to Harry S. Truman, The Disguises. I mean, this movie needs a better treatment, better extras and things like that. They keep rehashing the same Blu-ray over and over and over and over. And now they just, they took the same Blu-ray and they stick it in this case. But being a fan of Fletch, and there's not a lot of memorabilia and cool stuff to collect for Fletch. So I picked this up. And it's cool. But even these style that they've come out with Universal, like all the tapes, all the fake VHS things that they've released, 16 Candles, Jaws, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I think. There's a bunch of others. They all have the exact... What the hell? Did somebody put a sticker on that thing? Didn't notice that. They all put the... it's exactly the same, faded kind of VHS, little crack looks and stuff, distressing and weathering and stuff. On these is exactly in the same spot. And this little band going around here and stuff, like they're identical. So, they could have at least, kind of made these little marks and stuff, in a different spot, or done something to each movie to make them look a little different. So, I mean, it's pretty cheap. But again, this was cheap itself. It was like $10. So, anyway, that's my rant on that. But yeah, Fletch, guys. You got to check out Fletch. Here's another one. Michael Paré and Anthony Michael Hall, Into the Sun. You guys remember this? A good one. Definitely a good one. Yeah. I always kind of liked it. I'll have to watch it. I don't really remember it that much, but yeah, at Mach 2 you have two choices, win or die. So anyways, Anthony Michael Hall, what a guy, eh? Look at that. There he is, into the sun. All right, a couple more here. Oh, yeah, okay, awesome. All right, Final Voyage, guys. Dylan Walsh, Ice-T, and Erica Eleniak, who's I just watched the other day in Stealth Fighter. Was it Stealth Fighter? Yeah, Stealth Fighter, Jim Wynorski. And this is a Jim Wynorski tape. Of course, he was going by Jay Andrews in the credits on this one. Everybody got kind of sick of seeing his Jim Wynorski, Jim Wynorski, Jim Wynorski. You'll never hear that from me. But I love the guy. But you know, you find some of these action pictures that you kind of went by Jay Andrews. So if you see a Jay Andrews picture, it's a Jim Wynorski movie. Check it out. But one of my favorite directors. But anyway, this one here, Final Voyage, another action picture. Just, you know, takes place on a ship. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, to find this, I was really, really shocked that I found this. And very, very excited. Like I said, a big fan of his. And Ice-T was in Stealth Fighter and this one as well. And I think another one of Jim's. Just really, really cool stuff. Crazy action sequences. And what Jim likes to do is he likes to take stock footage from these other films, little snippets, and insert them into the film. And so when you're watching this film, you're like, wow, man, where did they get the budget to do this? And then you're like, wait a minute, they stole that from whatever movie. And it's hilarious. It's really, really good. You know, king of B movies for sure. You know, after Corman was there, and then Jim Wynorski's has been the greatest since. And yeah, I love kind of watching these movies for that. You know, looking at these scenes that he just puts in, and they're almost seamless. If you know the movie, you're like, wait a minute, he ripped this from that movie. It's hilarious stuff. And Ice-T is he's hilarious in these movies. So definitely a great find. Erica Eleniak still looks good. Definitely a cool one. So check that out. Jim Wynorski's Final Voyage, man. All right, now we've got Tibor Takich's Sabotage. Man, these just keep coming. This is great. Now he, of course, directed The Gate, and The Gate 2, and a lot of other kind of stuff. And he's kind of followed in the footsteps of Wynorski as well. Not really in the footsteps. They're kind of around the same time. But, you know, they're both making like Christmas Hallmark movies now and crazy, outrageous, you know, like Piranha, Jim Wynorski, like movies like that are just kind of over the top, crazy, direct to, you know, streaming services and stuff like that. And this guy's the same. He was making some serious, you know, whatever, really awesome movies in the 80s, and then kind of, you know, as these B movies kind of dwindled out, they kind of have to move on to other stuff. So, you know, they're doing like Christmas pictures, Hallmark pictures, and like crazy, you know, monster CGI effect, you know, like Sharknado kind of stuff. But great director too. And this is a great film, guys. This one's actually pretty highly regarded. Graham Greene, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Tony Todd, John Neville, Mark Dacascos. But yeah, just another solid film, guys. If you haven't seen this one, it was really, really cool to find this tape. There's still some good stuff out there, man. Unbelievable. So there you go. Okay, a couple more. Dead Zone. Original tape, so I had to grab it. Really cool. Dead Zone. Liked it. Like Christopher Walken. It's a good one. You know, Christopher Walken's always great, of course. Dead Zone. Alright. One that I never thought I'd find, guys. Flowers in the Attic. I like this movie. I watched it a few times, you know. Definitely cool. Victoria Tennant and Christy Swanson. Yep, that's probably the main reason. Man, she's just, you know. Yep. Look at that. Boom! Couldn't believe I found this one. Just, you know, a good flick. Creepy, eerie. You know, I never really read the book or any of those books, whatever they were called, but this was a pretty strong picture, for sure. You know, it'd be a good double feature watching this and something like Pin or something. I always kind of thought those two were not really the same, but just kind of that same kind of creepy tone to it, you know. If you haven't seen Pin, check out Pin. A really, really great one. last but not least, I found Demon Knight in a weird case. Like, it's not really the case, but it is the case, but it doesn't really matter. Demon Knight. Yep, we got, it's like a mishmash here. But, yeah, definitely a good find. I always like this one. I'm going to slide that into Bordello of Blood. Just watched this recently, actually. And I'm going to slot that in. Let's see. Yeah, we got Bordello of Blood. I think we got another one there. But anyway, guys, Demon Knight as well. Definitely cool. That's it for today, guys. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know next videos are coming out. Do VHS hauls, obviously. Slasher Rewind, where we review chronologically 80s slashers. Blu-ray mail hauls, Blu-ray collection updates, stuff like that. Please leave a thumbs up, leave some comments below as well, guys. Greatly appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.